Hey guys, welcome back. So I've had my braids in for about 5 weeks now, and I want to show you guys how I wash my hair. Very simple. I've done a ton of videos on this. All you're going to need is shampoo, conditioner, a spray bottle with some warm water. You're going to put some shampoo and water in this bottle, give it a good shake, and spritz it all over your scalp. So let's get right into the video. All right guys, so like I said, my hair is 5 weeks old. I've been working out. It's frizzy. It definitely needs to be washed. It's itchy. It's flaky. There's a ton of shedded hairs that need to be taken care of, and I'm going to be doing all of that for you guys. So here is a close-up of my hairline. You can see there's a ton of frizz. So here in my hand, I already have some shampoo and water in a bottle, but I'm going to go ahead and add a bit more shampoo just because I do need it. So adding a bit more shampoo, and then I'm going to add some water off camera and just give it a good shake, making sure everything is nice and mixed up. Then I'm going row by row, looking in the mirror and adding shampoo to my scalp, directly to the scalp, and just rubbing that in. Because my hair is so old, I'm not being like super neat or like really focusing on my scalp because I do plan to take this out in about a week or so. So I really don't care about being, you know, super cautious. But if your hair is fresh, I would highly recommend that you take your time, slow it down, and only rub the scalp, or you're going to end up with a lot of frizz. And I personally like to do this part outside of the shower just so I can see my scalp and make sure that I'm not missing any spots, because it's very easy to get in the shower and start applying shampoo and miss a ton of areas, which has happened to me in the past. So this is why I do it outside of the shower. It does take a little bit longer, but honestly, your hair is going to feel so good. It's going to smell nice and clean, and you'll be thanking me. So just take your time and work the product in, row by row. It's very easy. It does take about 5 minutes or so to do, but trust me, it is so worth it. So I like to do this step outside of the bathtub just because I can see myself in the mirror. I can get a close-up of my scalp and make sure that I haven't missed any sections. So I've kind of already done that. I've just kind of looked in the mirror, flipped over sections, making sure that everywhere is covered in shampoo, and made sure that I haven't missed any spots. Like I've gone in with my fingers and rubbed every area. If you don't get every area, you're going to have a little bit of buildup. So you definitely want to make sure that you take care of all of that. Once I'm in the shower, I'm gonna go ahead and shampoo my hair again, but this time I'm really focusing on the length of my hair. I've been working out a ton, so my hair needs to be washed. So I'm gonna be going ahead and taking care of that once I get in the shower. I think I'm pretty much done with my scalp. You wanna make sure that you get everywhere, especially those areas that you put a lot of gels and mousses and all that stuff, which would be my hairline. Make sure you're not forgetting about your nape. I did go ahead and do that as well. And I'm just making sure everything is covered. And anywhere that's feeling itchy, like I have a spot like right here, you really want to focus on that spot. So that way, whatever buildup is there gets washed out. So, all right, so I'm gonna hop into the shower. This is in real time, like I'm not cutting anything out. This is real time for you guys. I think my scalp is good. I'm gonna hop in the shower, and in the shower I'm going to be using OGX, an old-time favorite. I'm going to be using their shampoo and their conditioner. This is not sponsored, by the way. And the first thing we're gonna do is rinse our hair with warm water. So first I like to let the water do its thing, just run throughout my hair and my scalp, and then I go in with my fingers. So I'm using warm water, and I'm just spraying it directly to my scalp first. And I'm just letting the water do its thing, run throughout my scalp. The water is a little bit hot, too hot. And now I'm just gonna take my fingers and start working it into my scalp, making sure everything's nice and clean. Alright you guys, so that is completely out. My scalp feels pretty good. I'm gonna go in with the second shampoo. So I'm just gonna be using this OGX shampoo, and I'm going to apply it to my scalp and then the length of my hair. And you can definitely work in sections to do this to make sure that you are covering everywhere. So right now I have my hair in 2 sections. But when it comes to conditioning, I'm definitely going to break it down a little bit smaller because I'm going to need to detangle. So I'm loving how this shampoo is feeling on this hair. I do have inhuman hair, so it's feeling really good. It's lathering up really nicely, as you guys can probably see. And at this moment, I'm kind of finger detangling. Not too much, because I'm going to save that for when I have conditioner inside my hair. So this section is done. You can see it's pretty much covered in shampoo. I'm going to go ahead and do this side. And I'm using a lot of shampoo, because this is a lot of hair to work with. Making sure to get the scalp first, getting underneath the hairline, the nape, and then smoothing it throughout the length of my hair. And I probably should turn off this water, but I'm gonna rinse it out now. All right, so let's go ahead and rinse this out. So you can definitely do a third shampoo if you want to, but I think this was pretty good. My hair feels pretty good. And I was kind of able to finger detangle, so we're gonna turn off that water. So next we're gonna follow up with some conditioner, and I'm going to focus the conditioner on the hair mainly and not on my scalp, because conditioner isn't for the scalp. So I'm just going to start as close as I can to my roots without getting it on my scalp. And then just working that down the length of my hair. I'm obviously going to need more because I'm out of conditioner. Okay, so at this point you can go ahead and start finger detangling. I don't know if you guys can see, but my hands are just running through this hair. I do have a wide tooth comb here with me that I'm going to just lightly go through, but the real detangling is going to happen when I have conditioner, leave-in or moisturizer in my hair. Alright, so I'm just doing the same thing to the other side, as you guys can see. Starting at the top and working it down, and then of course I will need more because it's not enough. And then I start at the second half. And again, you want to make sure you're getting your nape. Don't forget the back of your hair and underneath. And rake that through. Alright. Again, going in with the wide tooth comb. and rinse this out. Once my hair has been rinsed out and detangled, I put on a microfiber towel or an old cotton t-shirt on my head while I get dressed and do my skincare, which I've already gone ahead and done. So the towel stays on for about 15 minutes or so. Not too long, because I don't want all the water to dry out. I kind of want to style and refresh my hair while it's still wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take down this towel. And my hair is probably like 80% dry. 80% wet, which is perfect because this is the best time to style it. So I want to show you guys a close-up of my scalp so you guys can see it's all nice and clean. It is very frizzy, as you guys can see. When you wash your hair, you're gonna start to notice a lot of single strand knots. You're gonna see like a lot of white dots on your hair. It's single strand knots. It's very hard to remove them. You can go in and like tweeze them out. I sometimes do that when they drive me nuts. But the older your hair is, the more frizzy it's going to be. Depending on your hair type, it's gonna look worse than other hair types, okay? So type 4 hair, our hair is gonna look more frizzy than someone who has type 3 or type 2 hair. That's just how it goes. And depending on how long your hair is, that also plays a part. This is what my hair looks like. You guys can see my hair is super frizzy. I have a lot of tiny little hairs at the front. See some little white things? Those are my single strand knots. We just have to work with what we got. So my hair is nice and clean. The first thing I want to deal with, like I said, is my hairline. So I am actually going to separate the hair at the very front of my head. And I'm gonna go ahead and start styling my hair as well. So we're gonna take out those front pieces so that way we can refresh that area. And then I usually also refresh down the part. So I'm gonna take some down the part as well. I mean, you don't have to do this. You can just go ahead and moisturize your hair and put mousse, but I want my hair to look really neat. So I'm going to try my best to freshen it up. All right, so that section is sectioned off. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it away. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna actually start moisturizing this section, just because if I spend too much time here, this is gonna dry up and then I'm gonna have to re-wet it. So let's not do that. Let's jump into doing the back. Okay, you guys, so you need a moisturizer, a mousse, and a spray bottle of water if your hair is dry. But I'm gonna be using this conditioning cream by My Black is Beautiful. You don't have to use this. Use whatever you like to use on your hair. You do not have to run out and buy this. I have used products from Shea Moisture, Cream of Nature, Camille Rose, Mael. I've used products from all brands. But this is kind of what I've been using the past few weeks. A generous amount to my hair and smoothing that through. And I'm gonna be working about 3 large sections. So just taking that conditioning cream and smoothing it through. And you wanna really work it in from your roots all the way down. So I get it up quite high and I smooth it all the way through. Okay, so that section is covered in conditioner or leave-in, whatever you choose to use. I'm gonna go ahead and do this next side, but I'm gonna split this section into 2 since it's really big, and doing about 2 pumps of that and working this through. And as I'm doing this, I am finger detangling and my hair is cooperating very well. And if you guys want to know more about the hair that I have installed, I will leave that video down below. So another 2 pumps for the last section, which is at the back of my head. We're just gonna bring it to the front and smooth that through, making sure to really work that product in. Of course, if you need more, you always go back and add more. Alright, so hair is covered in product. I feel like the back could have used a little bit more product. I might go back in and add more. Someone was asking me about shedding. So the longer you've had your braids in, your boho hair in, the more it's gonna shed. So like the first 3 weeks of me having in this hair, 0 shedding. As soon as 3 weeks was done, that's where I started to see shedding. And it's probably because I wash my hair, the braids are gonna loosen, the glue is going to melt that, you know, the braider put at the bottom to seal the hair. Yeah, so it's gonna start to shed. So this is where, yeah, you're gonna start to notice your shedding. And also it depends on how often you are detangling and, you know, putting your hands in it. It's gonna loosen up. Like that's just boho hair for you. It's going to shed eventually. And also it depends on your braider. If your braider didn't do a good job with putting them in, they may shed a lot sooner. I've had a few people come to me and say, oh my God, my hair is already shedding and I've only put it in yesterday. And it's like, whoa, you should not be seeing shedding so soon. Like I didn't see any shedding the first. Like I said, first 3 weeks, 0 shedding. It was a dream. Now I see hair everywhere. But I wash my hair very often, so I kind of expected it. So, but like not too bad. Like I just vacuum up after I'm done, you know, styling my hair and stuff. Once your hair has been moisturized, you're gonna go in with a mousse. So I'm gonna be using this one by Shea Moisture. It's the frizz-free curl mousse. I like this one for when I'm wearing braids. I like it for my hair as well. So I'm just gonna do a couple pumps of that and work that into the section, really using it to smooth down my hair. And then I'm gonna go in with a wide tooth comb and then a smaller tooth brush. I'm just grabbing mine out of the shower. And I'm just gonna go ahead and detangle, and we lost the soldier. That's what I'm saying. Like the more you wash your hair, the more hair you're going to lose. And that particular piece of hair definitely came from the bottom because that is the area where my braider kind of glued in the pieces to fill up the bottom. So, and it also came up because I'm brushing the hair. So it's gonna happen. But I'm pretty much at the end of my journey with these braids. I'm kind of over them now and I'm ready to go back to my real hair. So the shedding isn't really bothering me because I'm gonna be taking these babies out probably next week. But I did go to the gym, so I wanna make sure that I smell good. My hair smells good and my hair looks good. So that section is all detangled. And again, we're gonna go ahead and do this side, throw that back, get some mousse, start at the top and work it down. Make sure to get everywhere. I'm just gonna do this side at the same time because I'm kind of over this. It can be a long process. Definitely not as long as doing my real hair, but it's still like, I'm done. I'm like, get me out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. So, but to detangle this, I am going to split it back into 2 because it's a little bit too much hair. So again, I'm gonna try and be careful this time and not yank out hair. I'm just gonna go in with a paddle brush, and this is just really gonna smooth down the top pieces, the pieces that are closer to my roots, because the wide tooth comb kind of misses those areas. I mean, you can go in one by one and like brush every strand, but I don't have time for that. You don't really need to do that because the hair's pretty much detangled. I mean, you can go like this, like I was saying, and go one by one, but it just takes so long. And this is just easier to just do it all in one go. All right, so that's done. I'm just gonna put all of that back, and now we're gonna focus on the front portion of our head. And this part takes a little bit of time, but it's what's gonna make your hair, or pull everything together. It's gonna make everything look nice and neat. So one by one, I'm gonna slide out a piece. Also, this area needs to be detangled as well. I've never had any issues of my hair locking up or anything like that. Because I wash my hair so often, there's no chance for my hair to lock. So I just go ahead, smooth mousse and moisturizer in, and then I go ahead and twist about 3 times, just like that. Twist my hair so that way it's nice and neat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clip that. Okay, you guys, so my entire hairline is done. It's all twisted up, nice and neat. Like I said, you do not have to do this method. You could literally just slick your hair down with gel, tie it, and let it dry. I've done that too, but because my hair is so old and so frizzy, I kind of wanted to do this method. But I would not recommend it for someone who has a thin hairline, or for those who are just not comfortable. Don't do it. I haven't had any negative experiences from doing it. I've been doing it for like, I don't know, 8 years now. I have tons of videos on it. Anyways, so hair is all slicked down. The thing about this style, it's not gonna stay like this. Like if I go ahead and undo these clips, the hair is going to unravel because I didn't use a gel, I didn't use a wax. I just used a moisturizer and some mousse. So what I like to do to keep it nice and neat is I actually do like a half up, half down look, so that way it doesn't unravel. But if you are the type of person that doesn't like to style their hair and just likes to wear their braids down, then this method is not going to work. It's not gonna last. It's going to unravel. So this is for those who want to style their hair after doing this method. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit under a hooded dryer for about half an hour or so. And then whatever doesn't dry underneath there, I will go in with my hand dryer and make sure that my hair is completely dry. It's fairly early, so it's fairly early in the day, so this hair will dry before I go to bed. But of course, to speed up the process and to make sure that I am not going to bed with wet hair, I'm going to sit under my dryer and use a blow dryer to diffuse. So this is what it looks like when it's wet. I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's dry. Here's a close-up of the front. I will go ahead and do like, you know, little swoops just to make it nice and neat. For right now, I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I'm okay with this, and I just wanna get it dry. So I will be back in about an hour or so when everything is set, and I'll show you guys how I style my hair. Okay guys, I am back. I probably sat underneath the dryer for an hour. Didn't end up using a hand dryer. I literally kind of just flipped my hair up like this, so that way the length of my hair could dry. And it pretty much did. I think I have like 10% more to go, but that will dry throughout the day. It's like 2 o'clock, so by the time I'm ready for bed, it will be dry. Anyway, so I did put on a scarf just because I really wanted the front portion of my hair to dry and lay really, really nice and flat. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off. I don't know if up here is dry. It should be, yeah. Okay, so this is a close-up of the front. Super neat. Love it, love it, love it. I'm probably not gonna do my baby hairs today just because I'm not going anywhere, so I don't see the point of me adding gel to the front right now. But what I like to do is to put my hair in a style, so that way this doesn't unravel. So I'm just going to get myself a hair tie, one of these, or you can use like a really tiny rubber band. It depends on how much hair you're putting back. I'm gonna be putting back a good bit of hair, I think. I don't know yet. I don't even know what style I'm doing just yet, but let's go ahead and just do a style. Let's take these out. So you wanna take these out slowly, so that way they don't fall and unravel. Okay, so that side is out. It should stay, it shouldn't move because they're kind of frozen. They're not hard, they're just dry. Okay, take out this side. So you're just being careful so that way they don't unravel. And then we have this side. Also taking that, oops, see, one just fell. But that's okay, I'm just gonna put it back. So I think I'm just gonna do, I might just do a twist. I kind of like that look of the twist. So I'm just gonna grab these two pieces here. And I believe I rolled my hair back. So I'm going to continue working in that direction, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna create a flat twist at the front here. And now that I'm picking up my hair, I can feel that the front is still wet. So I'm gonna go back into the dryer in a moment, but I'm just gonna create a flat twist. Yeah, my hair's still wet because of the scarf. It was blocking the water, blocking the air. So that's okay. I'll go back into the dryer for a little bit. All right, so I went ahead and created a flat twist. And I'm just gonna twist it almost all the way down just because I don't want it to undo while I'm working on this side. So same thing. Oh, there's another clip. Ooh. Okay, take that out. And we're gonna do the same thing, creating a flat twist, just grabbing this piece right here. I actually have a video on how I do my flat twist. I'll insert it down below. And we're just going to roll it, the hair going away from our face, because I believe that's the way I twisted my hair. So you wanna do the same motion. You can do any style that you want. You don't even have to create a twist. You can just do a simple half up, half down look, but I kind of want to do something cute. All right, taking it down, and then I'm gonna take my hair tie, and I'm actually gonna unloose a little bit of this because it's too much. I'm gonna take it to the back of my head and also this side, undoing some of that. So now that I have both sides at the back, I'm going to turn around and put my hair tie in and just wrap that around maybe 2 or 3 times. Okay, 2 times. And then voila, that's it. Very simple, very cute. And that is how I wash, condition, moisturize, detangle, style, and dry my hair. Very easy. And I do this about once a week, but depending on how often I go to the gym, then I would do it more. So very simple, you guys. I just want to show you guys the length of my hair. Everything is nice and soft. It's detangled. It smells good. Of course, as the time goes on, you'll get some frizz from like moving around and your hair brushing up on your clothes. But that's that. Very simple. Super easy to do. Hopefully you guys learned something new and you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.